Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Vanguard. This might actually be one of the last main streams, Master of Mastery streams for Vanguard. We have officially completed the Lienna 57 LMG. It's the new LMG that they just added like day before yesterday night or whatever. It was one of the mid-season, season 5 weapons. And we've completed the grind. I did the bulk of it on stream yesterday, and then there was a few more challenges that I just wrapped up after the stream. So I had actually completed it yesterday. But yeah, today we're going to be checking it out and going through the challenges and checking out the builds and stuff like that for this one. Lienna 57 LMG Atomic Unlocked. Let's play the preview animation and get a closer look. As far as the gun goes, it's actually a top tier gun. These last couple of guns, the BP 50 or whatever it was, and this Lienna, both are excellent, excellent guns. And I would actually say this is better than the BP-50. It's like an assault rifle LMG hybrid, categorized as an LMG. So it is a very light machine gun, and you can definitely use it like an LMG. But the bulk of the attachments actually are a little more suited for like an assault rifle, I feel. And it's actually a really hard-hitting gun. It's pretty nice. The drawbacks are like potentially sprint out times a little bit on the slower side, and the reload time can be a bit on the slower side. But you're putting out significantly more damage with the gun. So there's the cons of like an LMG, but the pros also. And again, because it's a light machine gun, a lot of the cons are not as bad as like the full-on LMGs and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very good gun in my opinion. For the challenges, it's the LMG challenges, pretty common ones. There's no like variation to it in this one. Pack Tactics is 400 eliminations. Surgical is 50 headshots. Predatory Ambition is 50 multi-kills. Reptilian is 5 kills without dying 30 times. And Deadeye is 50 long-range kills. So obviously with the long-range headshots and the multi-kills, they've reduced that from what used to be 100 now to 50. And that is effective with this weapon. So that's a nice adjustment. Unfortunately, Wildcat. Anyway, we'll get to it. Berserker is 100 close range kills. Wildcat, yes, it is still 100 bullet penetration kills, which was very annoying to do. It's, in my opinion, this challenge should have been reduced to 50 also. The bullet penetration kills, 100 of them is just way too many. But yeah, they never bothered adjusting it for any of the LMGs, and I think, in my opinion, it was one of the few challenges that actually needed an adjustment, and it just never got it. Unfortunate. For the Survivalist build, you want 100 kills while crouched with the 432mm shrouded barrel. I don't know how to say that. Free 432 shrouded barrel. The Barman 8 padded stock, so the padded stock, and the bipod equipped. Now I did try actually going prone to see if that would track, and I don't think prone kills tracked at all. So you quite literally need to be in the crouched position, not prone. Like prone is when you fully lie down, crouched is when you're only like halfway, you know, obviously. So yeah, this, when it says crouched, it means crouched. MindGames is get 100 hip fire kills with the Wenger 480 mm 0902 barrel or 09D2 barrel. The free SMOL stock and the bipod equipped again. So yeah, just hip fire kills. This one potentially could be annoying because of the sprint out time issues with the gun. But in hardcore, there's ways to make the gun pretty OP. And obviously with shipment hardcore, you can potentially knock them out. It's still not ideal. And this is probably one of the more annoying build challenges, going hip firing with it. But yeah, like I said, hardcore shipment and you'll knock them out pretty fast. And then Death Artist is get 100 ADS kills with the, again, I don't know if I'm saying it right, the free Shrouded Barrel, the Barman 88, or is it 8B, padded stock, and the 5.6 mm 30 round fast mags. So yeah, this one's pretty straightforward, just aim down sights with the gun, with the required attachments, and get 100 kills with it. And sorted. Complete all those challenges and you'll unlock yourself gold for the gun. Complete gold for 4 LMGs and you'll get diamond. And then unlock diamond for all the weapon classes and you'll have yourself atomic. So yeah, those are the challenges for the gun. Again, like I said, the biggest issue is this one, the Wildcats one. The 100 bullet penetrations was really overkill. And it just ended up being a really mindless grind in shipment DOS house because that was just the most efficient way of doing it. And it sort of ruined the grind a little bit. Because it ends up like you unlock it so late, right? And it'll end up bleeding into these challenges, like the Survivalist, MindGames, and Death Artist challenges. And even though these build challenges have been greatly improved from the original like base weapon challenges. Like these weren't so bad, but because of Wildcat, you're grinding out that, you're gonna be just suffering doing just a stupid shooting through walls non-stop and building your gun for like bullet penetrations for these challenges, and it just was annoying. It really should have, like, they really should have reduced this to 50 along with all the, like, honestly, the headshot one could have been 100. No big deal. Long shots 50 is good. And bullet penetrations, in my opinion, should have been reduced to 50. Hopefully they still do it. Maybe for like year 2 people who are still grinding other camos and all. Wouldn't be a bad thing to just reduce these. Across the board too. There are build challenges for some of the LMGs that require like bullet penetrations. And those are like 100 also. It's like, dude, just reduce all of those to just 50. And it'd be more than enough. So like 50 this, and then if there's a build challenge, those should also be 50. So yeah, that's my opinion on that one. It really did kind of sour the grind a little bit because of it. So for the Survivalist build, you want crouched 100 kills with the 432mm Shrouded Barrel, the padded stock, and the bipod attachment. Let's check them out. So the free 432mm Shrouded Barrel gives you recoil control and accuracy, reduced scope sway and gun bob, flinch resistance at the cost of aim down sight speed, movement speed, and sprint to fire speed. The Bauman, I hope I said that right, Bauman 88 padded stock gives you +2 recoil control when mounted, crouched, or prone, +1 accuracy and recoil during sustained fire at the cost of -2 movement speed. And then the bipod attachment gives you +4 recoil control when mounted, crouched, or prone at the cost of -1 sprint to fire speed. I added the recoil booster in addition to that, slate reflector, discard proficiency, fully loaded, fabric grip, 5.6 mm 36 round mags, FMJ rounds, and yeah, that was the build. These are the stats for the build in case you're interested. So yeah, there is the driller proficiency for the wall penetration kills, but the reason I went with discard was this ammo type already has some decent bullet penetration and it's like the higher damage. So you could potentially just continuously just keep shooting into the wall, and then the minute your ammo ends, you're going to be reloading a tad bit quicker because of it. You do need to like empty the clip to get the benefit of discard, but you know, when you're going for the wall penetration kills, it's so mindless. This is what happens. It ends up becoming so mindless. I probably wouldn't recommend the discard proficiency. Otherwise, there's better proficiencies. You got tight grip, you got hard scope, frenzy. These all are like better choices in my opinion. Even driller might be a good choice, but because, like I said, that wall penetration grind is so grindy, having the discard proficiency along with this magazine helped. And obviously, like, I would also recommend maybe like going with piercing vision as your second perk to help with the wall penetrations. Like the bulk of my like builds were like piercing vision and like fortified scavenger, just because I'm sitting in DOS house shipment, just trying to get those wall penetration kills. In hardcore, it also helps, you know, getting them a little bit easier. So, yeah. For MindGames, you want to get 100 hipfire kills with the Vanguard 480mm 09 D2 barrel, the free SMOL stock, and the bipod equipped. The Wenger 480mm 09 D2 barrel is hipfire accuracy, recoil recovery, hipfire recoil recovery at the cost of our recoil control. The free SMOL stock gives you +2 hipfire accuracy, +1 movement speed at the cost of -2 accuracy and -2 recoil control. And then the bipod attachment is +4 recoil control when mounted, crouched, or prone at the cost of -1 sprint to fire speed. So yeah, I think this bipod attachment was a wasted attachment. It is required, right? Yeah. So this one's one of those attachments that just don't make sense with the build. You're going for a hipfire build, and yet you're throwing the bipod on. I mean, I guess you could be crouch walking around, but it still doesn't make quite a lot of sense. And you're losing the sprint to fire speed, so like running around and hip firing becomes even less viable. Yeah, definitely just don't. This one's a weird attachment for the build. Could have gone with like one of the other, like, you know, this SMLE pistol grip would have been very useful for this challenge. Anyway, went with the recoil booster, slate reflector, discard proficiency again. This one, again, I just feel like it's not... This one's another one of those, like, you just hip firing in shipment hardcore and it becomes a little mindless. But maybe frenzy or something if you're not playing hardcore and you're not specifically going for hip fire kills or something like that. Fully loaded, fabric grip, .30 Russian short, 72 round mags. Now with this one, if you're playing hardcore, even the 5.6 36 round mags is a pretty decent choice. But I felt if you're going to commit to the hip fire on shipment, the 72 round is the better choice. Hollow point rounds. I don't know if hollow point did anything, honestly. I have no clue. I just put it because I presume it might do something. Those are the stats for the build. I just stroll around shipment. I had my riot shield on and just hip fire. Died a lot doing it. And oddly enough, like, there's even times where I was like, dude, I just can't hip fire because there's people just a little too far for the range. Like, I think the hip fire spread is really wide on this gun, I think. So the bullets go really all over the place. I'm not totally sure. But it felt like that for sure. Like, it just like sprayed all over the place. And so that was usually a detriment when you were trying to get hip fire kills. Because you do need at least a couple of shots, even in hardcore with this ammo type. With this one, you can potentially get one-shot kills with it. You can get the one-shot kills, but it seemed even wilder, almost. Like, it felt. Like, so that's what... But yeah, that's the build. Again, discard... It was more like just because it was felt a little bit mindless and you just gone. Then if you're gone like with this particular build and you're not specifically only going for the hip fire kills, you're gonna aim down sights and stuff. Maybe go with something else and do yourself a favor. And then finally for Death Artist, you want 100 ADS kills with the free 432mm Shrouded Barrel, the Bauman 88 padded stock, and the 5.6 30-round fast mags. The Shrouded Barrel is a recoil control and accuracy, a reduced scope sway and gun bob, a flinch resistance at the cost of aim down sight speed, movement speed, and sprint to fire speed. The padded stock gives you +2 recoil control when mounted, crouched, or prone, +1 accuracy, and recoil during sustained fire. The recoil control when mounted is +2. If I didn't say it, I'm not sure. And then at the cost of -2 movement speed. And then the 5.6mm 30-round fast mags is +2 bullet velocity and range, +1 damage, +1 bullet penetration, +1 reload quickness at the cost of -5 recoil control and accuracy, -2 fire rate, -1 movement speed, and -1 aim down sight speed. This one again, I went with the recoil booster, slate reflector, frenzy this time. Frenzy's a great proficiency. I really liked it. Fully loaded, fabric grip, FMJ rounds, and the SMLE pistol grip, just to give us that boost to sprint out time. So yeah, this was the build. This was probably one of the better builds out of the 3 that you needed to. Definitely enjoyed this one. Got a lot of... I still needed to get wall penetration kills. So I ended up still using piercing vision for a good chunk of this, the grind on this one. But man, there's something about piercing vision and LMGs in core mode that gets pretty OP, especially on like shipment DOS house. It gets pretty nasty. I think on maybe the regular maps it's not that useful anymore. It used to be like really OP, but they nerfed piercing vision a while ago. But still, in shipment DOS house, it's still pretty nasty. Anyway, let's jump in and try out these 3 builds and give it a go. Did I show the stats for the Death Artist? I'm not sure. Those are the stats for my Death Artist build. Right, let's jump in. Try out some of these builds. Hopefully we can find a lobby. So after this, this is the last grind, like mainstream, honestly, for me. There's one more Battle Pass blueprint, but that's going to be a short one. So we've covered everything, like the primary stuff for Vanguard. This is technically and officially probably going to be the last stream of value. I don't know. I've already started unlisting a lot of my old Battle Pass blueprint streams from Cold War, like all the short ones where I just checked out the blueprint. I've unlisted all of those, and I'm thinking I'll probably end up doing the same thing with the Vanguard. So the next one, even though it's a short stream, will eventually get unlisted at some point in time. Maybe like in a year or something. Not anytime soon. I don't know, but yeah. Dude, what's going on, man? It's not able to fill a lobby or something. But yeah, looks like the game is on its end now. I do recommend trying out this gun. It is very good. Like even like with no attachments, I immediately realized it was a good gun. I was like, dude, this is a really good gun. Jeez. Getting into lobbies fine yesterday. Shouldn't have trouble getting into a lobby. And I've also heard this gun's very good in Warzone. So it's supposed to be a pretty good gun. Like one of the potential meta guns at the moment. So yeah, well worth the grind in both multiplayer and Warzone, it seems. I think. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about Warzone. I haven't tried it out personally or anything. But I can assure you, in multiplayer, it is actually very good. It's the same lobby only, but oh come on, man! Are you kidding? Just let the game start. Why did you back out? Jeez. This is not looking good for the game, dude. Anyway, like I said, this is the end anyway. Now, let's hope and we get into some games quick and potentially wrap the stream up sooner than later. Yeah, it's strange. Like this would have been a go-to gun of mine, man. Like throughout the year, I think that Fortress map, in my opinion, one of the better maps of the game. Honestly, the BP-50, excellent gun. Is just the iron sights that needed to be fixed. So when you equip a slate reflector, it didn't block up your slate reflector. But even that gun was really good. Some of the better stuff in the game literally came at the very end. I don't know if I want to do this map. Which one?
Taking Baker. Domination. Move on the objective.
Let's just take domination out. I was just gonna do the crouch. Yeah, we'll just crouch and sit on our asses. That map is one of the worst. If they had released Gondola at the very end, I would have understood. I'm like, yeah, this is a garbage map no one cares about. Fortress should have come when Gondola came. Fortress over Gondola any day. I don't know what they were thinking with that map, dude. It is so bad. It really is so bad, dude. I actually don't really like this map either, but at least we've gone into a game, right?
The lead's ours. Hold on to it. Team deathmatch. Take out all enemies.
I'm not gonna hit fire with it. Like,
and yourself.
For the most part, I've avoided it. Teammate's name blocked up.
I got ammunition. Don't worry about those bullets.
We're in the lead. Lead is lost. Fight back. The lead's ours!
Yeah, this is another shit map, dude. Honestly.
You needing that?
Allied airdrop on the way. They have the advantage. Ready for report. We have the lead. Keep it up.
Incoming grenade!
Recon blade ready to jam.
Calling an intel flight.
Hostile location. Sending goods your way. Got you intel here.
Got one hip fire kill.
Down, comrades!
Huh?
Intel on the way, comrades. You won't be needing that. Intelligence coming in.
Incoming bomb! Clear out! We're down, but not out. Enemy flamethrower, bringing the heat. Enemy running recon. They got eyes in the sky. Ready for report.
I'm receiving intelligence.
We took the advantage.
Ah, dude, I don't know what happened there, dude. It was bad.
Keep the momentum. You fellas took easy. Nice fight.
Why would you have that reticle, man? That guy like specifically picked that reticle too. It's so cluttered, it blocked your view up. Every time you aim down sights, you wouldn't be able to see half of what's going on. So yeah, that was the MindGames build. You need to get hip fire kills with the attachments, the barrel, stock, and bipod. Got actually a pretty fast time to kill hip fire kill when we actually went for it with one of them. The other one not so much. But yeah, it's a good build otherwise. It's just... Again, I don't think discard was very useful the way I was using it. But like in shipment, when you're going for the hip fire kills, it does become useful. And like I said, if you actually go with this ammo type in shipment, hardcore, you'll get the one-shot kills. And because of the lower ammo type, having discard will be useful, like especially when you're just like emptying out your clip to hip fire.
Team deathmatch. Eradicate all threats. Take your time and remember to think.
Now I don't know if you like mount up while you're crouched, if that counts. I didn't test that exactly. But definitely prone didn't. Dude, this is not a good map to be crouched. I might not do it for too long. Wasting time trying to go for these. Oh, they've all quit. No surprise. Silence.
Coming up. Hostile recon missile up. Intel.
Intel on the way, comrades.
Targets confirmed. Done with intel. Enemy has bombers on the way. Heads up, enemy glide bomb coming in hot. We're falling behind! We're in the lead! Intel's ready for you! We got recon aloft! And a recon plane prep for takeoff!
I can't move this. Using a sticky bomb. Could do this with one hand tied behind my back.
New intel, ready for report!
I'm receiving intelligence. I've got counter-reconnaissance. Make good use of it.
Counter recon plane ready to jam! Bloodthirsty!
Stun grenade!
Friendly bombing run on the way! Guard dog ready for action!
Come here, Jeffka!
Hell of a guard dog on the way here!
Oh, such a good girl. So much blood.
Time's up for intel! Friendly glide bomber incoming!
You get all the meat later. Why
Double
waste ammo
kill!
when you can take 2 out at once? You hurt the customer. Bringing in counter reconnaissance for us.
Friendly glide bomber incoming!
Ah. Why is this so?
Recon flight
Munitions
mission
box
deployed.
again, man. Is that wall penetration kills? That's why I was using it predominantly.
We're breaking their bank! New intel here!
Trying to get those campers.
Calling an intel flight.
He'd be proud today, lads. Go get some chow.
So yeah, survivalist build. You need to get crouched kills with the attachments. Again, if you go fully prone where you're lying down, that won't count. And I'm not 100% sure if you're crouched and mounted, will those count? I'm not totally sure whether those count or not. I didn't test that. But yeah. It's a good build. Good build. And again, the discard proficiency, change it if you don't need the wall penetration kills anymore. Or if you're playing even the regular maps, I feel like it's not a great attachment. If you're playing Shipment, Das House, and you're going only for those wall penetration kills, it's very useful to have it with this lower magazine. 36 rounds goes by reasonably quick when you're just emptying out the clip into a wall, hoping to have like piercing vision pop up or try to get a random kill. But otherwise, discard it. It's not that great. Discard might be an OP proficiency in Modern Warfare 2, though. Yeah? The way the reload system works. It benefits to just not constantly be reloading and just let your clip empty and then reload or something. Dude, why are we getting this map again?
Team deathmatch. Subdue all threats. Use all your senses. Sight, sound. Keep the advantage.
Oi. He's spawning behind us, dude. No, I shouldn't have run, dude.
Throwing a sticky bomb. Tossing a sticky bomb.
Enemy counter recon plane overhead.
Oi.
Watch your head.
What's going on, man? Did we just rotate?
Kill always revitalizes me.
Allied mortar inbound. Double kill.
I can't move! Fire is too heavy!
Intel, fresh arrived. Counter recon plane ready for mission.
Counter reconnaissance incoming. Should be useful. I'm receiving intelligence.
I shouldn't have gone for her.
Care package coming for you. Enemy has a counter recon aircraft.
Dude, my aim is not on point.
Heads up. Allied mortar fire coming.
You won't be needing that.
Lead's ours. Allies sending goods your way.
You won't be needing that. Fire's too heavy!
Intel's ready for you. Recon aircraft fueled and ready.
Calling in counter reconnaissance. Calling an intel flight.
Recon up. We have eyes in the sky. Incoming ball.
So a normal day for me.
Enemy
Least
glide
you
bomb
could do.
incoming. Intel time is over.
Duh, teammates.
Enemy counter recon plane in your area. We're down, but
You
not
won't
out.
be needing that.
Now, pressure arrive.
Ah.
They're driving us back. Glide bomber assist coming in. We have the lead. Keep it up. Mortars incoming! Get out! Hostile bomber!
Oi.
They have the advantage! Stop backing about! Get back in the fight!
Teammate.
Enemy's got a glide bomb incoming!
Dude, I don't know how they've got so many kills, man. Teammates are so fucking useless, dude. Of course, they spawn behind, dude.
Enemy bombers coming up!
Intelligence coming in.
That was some miserable bollocks out there!
Dude, I don't know how, man. This map used to play so good in like World War I. And this map, it just plays so. I mean, in this game, it plays so bad.
Double kill!
And it was a pretty campy map, I guess. But it was a lot easier, it felt, to like flank, man. Even though it's the same lines. But for myself. So yeah, that was the Death Artist build. You just need to get kills while ADS with the required attachments, which I believe is the Shrouded Barrel, the Padded Stock, and Fast Mags. Yeah, honestly, this was one of the better builds out of the three. Just that game was boring to do. So this is my build for the Lienna. You can see I didn't bother putting in stock a barrel. Don't think I needed it, honestly. Went with a recoil booster, which is +2 fire rate at the cost of -1 accuracy. Slate reflector plus, 1.35x magnification, small rectangular sight, precision sight picture. Frenzy, health regeneration after kills. Fully loaded, +1 max starting ammo. Fabric grip, +1 aim down sight speed, +1 sprint to fire speed, +1 hip fire recoil recovery at the cost of -1 accuracy. 5.6 36 round mags, +3 bullet velocity and range, +2 bullet penetration, +2 damage, +1 aim down sight speed at the cost of -4 accuracy and -3 fire rate. Honestly, the base ammo type is also pretty good. So if you don't want all these cons, You can just go with the base magazine. I wouldn't even like, this is the base magazine, the Russian shorts. I wouldn't even suggest going with the 72 rounds. Just no magazine attachment would be fine. FMJ rounds, +1 bullet penetration, and the SMLE pistol grip, +2 sprint to fire speed, +1 hip fire accuracy at the cost of -1 recoil control and -1 accuracy. There are the stats for the gun. Like honestly, with this, with the magazine attachment, vital shots aren't that valuable. Like they're not of any use. But if you remove it, then vital shots are very useful. So you could potentially reduce the time to kill, I think. Can you? Yeah, you can reduce the time to kill to 3 shots without the magazine. If you're hitting your like headshots, it's like you don't need the Russian this magazine type. So honestly, in my opinion, maybe no magazine attachment would be the better choice. It might be the better choice. But I do like the higher damage. That way, you know, like if you're shooting through something or whatever. Plus you get a little boost to aim down sight speed, which is nice. So yeah. But yeah, the base ammo type is really good too. It's really, really effective. Let's put on gold on it. Play some games with it. Yeah, literally the very first game I used the gun, it had no attachments whatsoever. And I didn't even feel the need to like put on attachment the whole game. I was just dominated with it. It was really good time to kill, good movement, good aim down sights. Like it didn't feel like a full-on LMG. It felt definitely assault rifle-ish without any attachments. And it was really hard hitting like the LMG, you know. So it's like, yeah, this is really good. Again, I think the bulk of the reason I'm still using this 0.56, I mean the 5.6, was the wall penetration kill challenge, the Wildcats. Otherwise, I think the base ammo type might be better. Just by the end of the grind, I didn't have enough time to like see if I preferred this one or no magazine attachment. Maybe one of the games we'll remove the magazine attachment and just see how it is. Maybe this one we'll remove it, since it's the longer lines and all.
The lead's ours! Hold on to it!
Let's try it.
Domination! Move out and secure the
And then
objective.
like Diamond we'll try it with.
And
then I'll make my final decision on Atomic.
Baker locked down. They're taking Able. Able is overrun. Enemy recon on flyby.
Yeah. Damn, you see.
They're taking Charlie.
No, come on, someone shoot him.
Losing objective Baker.
Dude.
the least you could do.
Someone killed him.
Losing objective Able. Losing objective Baker. They got recon in the sky. Hostile firebombs incoming. Securing Able. We hold Able. Locals are ratting us out. They're taking Able. Able is lost. We hold Charlie. Losing objective Baker. Recon sweeping the sector. Capturing Baker. Baker is ours.
When you can take two out at once.
Yeah, if you don't hit the vital shots, it's not got the best time to kill. Obviously.
Recon up. We have eyes in the sky. Keep pushing and we might have
Oi.
losing objective Baker. They're taking Baker. Our attack dogs are on the loose. Closing with Able.
I was below, man. Fuck
Able is
off.
ours.
That was some lag comp. Killed.
They hit me pinned down, comrades!
This map's another shit map, dude. Yeah, the time to kill is not great, like with this one, because you do need to hit those vital shots.
Too heavy.
Allied turret on the way.
I should have looked for that dude. I don't think he was there.
I can't move. You owe me. I can't move. Fire's too heavy.
I'm sorry, dude. This is lag. It's fucking lag, dude.
Losing objective Charlie. They got recon in the sky. Round's almost over. Let's bring this home. Way to hold the line, lads.
Yeah, I think the higher damage magazine's better. I mean, I never tell with this laggy nonsense. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the proper magazine, the 5.6, high caliber, large caliber. This lobby filling up.
Domination. Capture the objective. Another classic showdown. I can't wait. Securing Able. We dug in at Able. Charlie. New intel, ready for report.
Using a sticky bomb.
Counter recon
Those are
plane
all
ready.
I should kill them all.
Here's some backup.
Friendly guard dog is on his way. Securing Baker. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Attack dogs called in, on the way. Recon up, we have eyes in the sky. Capturing Baker.
Intel on the way, comrades. Hurt my dog, my poor sweet girl.
Intel, fresh arrived. Double kill. All set for intel.
Dude, just let me call my shit in, man.
Receiving intelligence. You fell into the hole you dug yourself. It's the least you can do.
Intel's ready for you. Double kill.
Jeez, why, man? Just let me
Calling
call
an
it
intel
in.
flight.
Got a turret coming in. Thank your allies.
Ammo when you can take two out at once.
Friendly bombing run on the way. New intel, ready for report. Recon plane ready to jam. We have the lead. Keep it up.
So a normal day for me.
Recon plane encircling the battlefield. Guard dog, good to go. Friendly guard dog is on his way.
Ко мне, девка!
They're taking Baker. Incoming grenade. Friendly firebombing run inbound.
Are these guys gonna get nuked or something?
Thank your allies. Friendly attack dogs on the way from back. We hold Baker. We've taken all objectives. Hold those positions. Friendly bombing run on the way. Done with intel. Keep the momentum.
Touch my dog and die!
Losing objective Charlie.
Resta, собака! It's the least you could do.
Intel, fresh arrived. Counter recon aircraft
You can
fueled
take two
and
out
ready.
at once.
Double kill.
The least you could do.
Thirsty. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Guard dog on your command. Got a guard dog coming in.
Come here, girl! I need you!
Taking Charlie.
Hi! The least you could do. Look how many you eat. So good. You hurt my dog. I killed for less.
Jeez, this is a slaughtering.
Intel on the way, comrades.
Attack dogs are on the loose.
It's the least you could do.
Counter recon plane ready to jam. Double kill.
So a normal day for me.
On call. Attack dogs are on the loose. Got a turret coming in. Thank your allies.
Here comes my sweet
Friendly
friend.
guard on his way.
Recon is-
Hey, my dog killed me. How did my dog kill me?
Plane circling the battlefield.
Calling an intel flight.
They're taking Baker.
You won't be needing that. I'm receiving intelligence.
Dude, these guys are getting absolutely slaughtered, man. I feel horrible for them.
Almost there. There's no feeling like a win. Losing objective Baker. They're taking Able. Closing with Charlie. They're taking Able.
Oh my god, dude. That was brutal.
Pinned down,
That was absolutely brutal. How did we get into this? Dude, they got absolutely brutalized, dude. Jeez. They're spawning in front of us and dying, dude. It was absolutely vicious. Why is it taking so long to find the game, dude? Come on, last game. Find something. And don't put me in a team that gets brutalized like that last week, dude. Oh my god, I would have hated it if I was on that enemy team. I honestly thought they were gonna get nuked, man. I thought they had gotten themselves nuked.
Kill confirmed. Eliminate all hostiles.
The game's done. That game's done. I'll put us back in that.
Team deathmatch. Eradicate all threats. Take your time and remember to think.
Dude, I might back out of this one, dude. Man. Dude. Yeah, I'm just not feeling this. Yeah, let's just find something else, dude. 12 for some 26. They have already slaughtered our team. No, I'm not playing that. My last game to be decent. You know what? Let me take these two off. Teammates weren't even getting the assists and stuff like that. It's ridiculous, dude. I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on with that team, but nothing good, and that game would end way too quick. Because teammates are just getting slaughtered. Well, everyone is getting slaughtered on my side.
Domination. Move on the objective. Let's hope no skills. Taking Able. Able locked down.
Box ready. Grabbing supplies.
Dude, what the fuck, man? Teammates. What is going on, man? Why am I getting into these lobbies with...
They're taking Able.
something else? I want a decent last game, dude. I don't want to fucking go out like with some half team slaughtered because there's no one on my team. Or my teammates are like just totally incompetent like the previous game. I don't want to slot, dude, like the diamond gameplay, dude, we just absolutely murdered that enemy team. I don't want to go like that, dude. I don't know how the hell we ended up in that situation where it was like that, dude, but this is that same game.
Domination. Move out.
It takes so fucking long to just find a reasonable game, man. How is it not able to find a game under 150, dude? I don't get it.
Team deathmatch. Subdue all threats. Use all your senses.
Let's do
Sight,
this.
sound, touch, smell, and gut. Allied. Recon up. We have eyes in the sky. Got an enemy glide bomb on the way. Hostile counter recon plane spotted.
That is all I need.
Hostile recon mission aloft.
Dude, where are... Jesus.
They tried it.
Recon plane scanning the area. Intel here.
bad reload.
Recon airborne. Eyes up.
Aye.
Intelligence coming in.
Recon plane scanning the area. You're mowing them down. Enemy counter recon plane in your area. Hell of a job.
It's
lad.
taking too long to get
Points
into a
are on
game,
me.
man. Dude, what is going on, man? This sweat fest is unreal, dude. Fortunately, the sweaters were in my team. Lienna 57 Atomic unlocked, Camo checked out and played with, checked out the builds and all the other stuff. Let's just go through it really quick. One last time. For the Survivalist build, you want to get crouched kills, 100 of them, with the shrouded barrel, the padded stock, and the bipod attachment. This was the build I went with. MindGames, you needed the 480 mm09D2 barrel, the SMOL stock, and the bipod attachment. And this one you want to get hip fire kills. Again, the bipod attachment's kind of nonsensical for the challenge. Yeah, it's sort of a little counterintuitive to what the challenge is required. And then Death Artist, you just need to get 100 ADS kills with the shrouded barrel, the padded stock, and the 30 round fast mags. This was the build I went with. And then for my build, I went with the recoil booster, slate reflector, frenzy, fully loaded, fabric grip, 5.6 mm 36 round mags, FFJ rounds, and the SMLE pistol grip. I do think I prefer the 5.6 rounds, just a little more consistency with the time to kill. But I would recommend trying out the base magazine ammo type and just see which one you prefer. Because again, if you can hit the vital shots, I think you can reduce your time to kill to 3 shots. Yeah, looks like 1, 2 would be 58. Yeah. One vital shot will reduce it down to a 3-shot kill. So, and you'll have a slightly faster fire rate and better well, not better bullet velocity, but a slightly faster fire rate. Now, I think the 5.6 rounds is better, and obviously, yeah, this gun's amazing. Highly, highly recommend you guys try it out. It was a lot of fun to grind. Just the wall penetration kill. That one was the only thing that brought the like camo grind down. Like if it wasn't for that challenge, if it was just 50 wall penetration kills, or bullet penetration kills, it wouldn't have been half as bad. It would have been fun even. Yeah, I don't know if they'll make any changes to the camo grind post this last year or whatever they've done. But if they do, reduce the bullet penetration kills. That was definitely one of those challenges that I was like, dude, why didn't they reduce this one? It's so bad. It's so annoying. It's so grindy. But yeah, this gun though, it's so much fun to use. It's actually really a really nice gun. And it was a nice way to end the Master of Masteries grind in Vanguard with this one. I really did enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this is probably going to be the last mainstream for Vanguard. I'll probably do some... What's it called? I'll do some just chill streams playing the game a little bit before Modern Warfare 2 comes out. And we still have one more battle pass, but that'll be a short one. And like I said, probably like in time that'll get unlisted. Like I plan on keeping my Master of Mastery streams like in the archives for as long, like public, because I'm proud of it. I'm proud of them. It's a kind of evolution to my camo grind. Before in Cold War and all that, I used to just do what's it called, unlocking the thing. So I'd just be grinding out the challenges and unlock the camo grind, and that would be the stream. This was like kind of different take mainly because of, I guess let's get into it. Let's talk about the Camo Challenges. But yeah, initially when the game came out, the camo grind was insanely long. And some of the challenges were way too grindy. Pretty bad camo grind, like initially. Obviously, since then, they've fixed a lot of the challenges and made the camo grind significantly more accessible to everyone. And the changes have been appreciated. And I do think they were necessary. Still, like I said, the wall penetration challenge, I think that one needs to be reduced. I forget what it is for the other guns. I think for like assault rifles, it's like 10 attachments. And then SMG, it might be the hip fire challenge. Honestly, the hip fire challenge also probably could be reduced down to 50. Also, a lot of the build challenges, like through the year, like you didn't have access to the attachment when you unlock the challenge. As far as challenges go, I do like the idea of having a build challenge. I just don't think always they made sense. Like even in this one, like the hipfire one, why are you making us use a bipod attachment for the hipfire challenge? It's like, why are you doing that? That's such a weird requirement. And it was across many that like some of the attachments didn't make sense. I think one was like a headshot challenge, but the barrel was like, you don't get any headshot bonus from it. So it's like, why are you doing that? And it was the required barrel. And then, there's a lot of challenges also, like where one, you'd have that 100 long shots initially. They reduced that to 50. But then the first build challenge would be another 100 long shots. And then I think the last Death Artist one was another 100 long shots. I think this was for the brand or something like that. It was absolutely ridiculous. And one of the guns also required a similar thing to like the bullet penetration challenge, which was just as bad, But yeah, it wasn't a bad grind. It was fun. It was fun in the end. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I completed every single weapon. I've got every single weapon atomic, which I'm proud of. And I've said this in a couple of times, but I'll say it again. Out of all the mastery camos I've earned, and I've been earning them since like World War II days, this is my favorite. This is by far the coolest looking one. Like I really, really liked the way it looked. I know some people aren't super into it, but for me, I like it. I like it. It's just a really cool looking like camo, and in my opinion, well worth the mastery grind for it. Um, I don't know if it'll be. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's my favorite. I think. I don't know, like what the future holds for mastery challenges and what they'll look like, but yeah, out of everything I've earned, I really like this one the best. Um, yeah, it's a good grind. They even sped up, I think, the weapon leveling up system, which helped out. Like I think with the previous gun, we were able to complete the entire like grind in a single stream, which used to not be possible at all, not even close to possible. Like even with double weapon XP tokens, it would take like double that time. It's ridiculous. It would take like a long time to like level it up and then complete the camo challenges on top of that. It can't be like the appreciation for not having to level up melee weapons and launchers and just give us the challenges, like, and be like, here, just do the challenges, was great. It was beautiful. Obviously, one of the launchers was bugged out for the longest time, and you couldn't even hit aerial streaks and all. I think, and no one does this properly, but I think sometimes when you release like interesting weapons and like maybe some of the launchers and like they could have been a little more creative with certain challenges. Like I think because of like the way they make the camo grind, it's like always like it's like a cut and paste thing, like where all pistols have the same challenges for the most part and all. And obviously the build challenges kind of went outside the box because you had to do something different with the build challenges, and not always did they work, and not always did the attachments make sense, and some of them were way too grindy. But those were nice additions. But I wish sometimes they would go even further with that, like some of the launches, like the Panzerfaust or whatever, the bugged out one. I wish they had just had the foresight to realize this is not meant to be shooting down aerial streaks. So let's make the challenges different for this particular launcher. The same with they added the revolver, the new like melee weapon hybrid revolver. I don't know how to say it, but that revolver knife thing, and it just ended up being the basic melee weapon challenges. But it would have been cool to just see like a hybrid of challenges between pistols and melee challenges, combined. I mean, the fun thing about that thing was even though you're shooting people, they were counting as melee kills and stuff like that. Like the melee things were popping out, so that was kind of funny. But it would have been more like, interesting to see like just more unique challenges for like those kind of unique guns and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still not horrible. I don't mind the fact that they didn't do that. But I just kind of like sometimes when I do these like grinds and all, I'm like, dude, I kind of wish they did something like that. And definitely the like build challenges was doing that to a certain extent. It's just, I think, a little bit on the like poorly implemented. Like the build challenge was a like great idea. But, it required people actually using the guns who created the challenges and knowing certain attachment combos were going to be an interesting variation for that gun. And then giving us that build challenge, Whereas sometimes, like I said, it just felt like tacked on and it's like, didn't make sense. Why are we using certain attachments for this challenge? Why are these the required attachments? why aren't the attachments unlocked yet? Also, that is really frustrating because it just extended the grind sometimes. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. My favorite mastery camo for sure. This atomic, by far. Uh, I also kind of wish like Atomic had better coverage on blueprints and stuff like that. So I could have blueprints that showed off the blueprint, but Atomic was also part of it and all, which didn't really happen too much because of the way like the camos sort of just overtook the blueprint. I think the biggest problem with the Cold War camo coverage was like it didn't cover enough of the gun. And in this one, yeah, it covers everything, but that applied to like also blueprints and stuff like that, which I didn't want to happen. But it's okay. Grind completed. If they add year 2 guns, I don't know if I'll grind it. We'll see. It really depends on how much I'm enjoying Modern Warfare and how much I want to come back to Vanguard. Overall, I really do enjoy the game Vanguard. I did enjoy it. I just like it's already a struggle to find games. So unless there's some like fat resurgence year 2 because people hate Modern Warfare 2 or something, it's gonna just get even tougher, and grinding weapons out will become a huge chore. Like a lot of these challenges and all, like they require playing maps and all. Lots of the blitz pacing and stuff like that. That did help a lot for the grind. I didn't like the pacing system. Because I do think tactical should always be 6v6. If you're like, I think there should always be a 6v6 option. But having the option to go blitz pacing, I think was a cool option. Obviously, it's like a dead mode now in my region. I can barely get into blitz games. Sometimes I can, but it's a pretty bad connection and not a great experience. But that, again, was another good concept that, in my opinion, helped the grind a good deal. One thing I felt missing from the grind, as far as map designs and all, was the 6v6 gunfight mosh pit. I thought that was such a good addition to like Black Ops Cold War. I'm surprised we never saw that in Vanguard or something like that, where they could have had more maps for Champion Hills, and then those maps could have just been divided, and they could have had that kind of 6v6 Champion Hill map mosh pit, where those divisions, that'd be like divisions for each Champion Hill, and you could just do like this chaotic 6v6 experience and stuff like that. For like I couldn't stand it for like the bulk of it because it's just basically a shipment 2.0, but it's a shipment 2.0 with a different map layout, and that was always kind of like an interesting spin on that shipment experience, which I thought Cold War did really well. We never saw it in this one. And that does help with the camo grind also if you have access to those kind of playlists. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the camo grind. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I got the guns. This is the 3rd year now in a row that I've completed every single weapon in the game, including the melee weapons and all. I'm not going to show my stats and all. Stats are horrible. After I started going for a lot of these like camo challenges, like for melee weapons and all, like I end up tanking my stats because of going for those things. A fortunate thing, this game, it didn't tank too much. The main reason my stats got really bad was because of like a lot of the bugs and all, and the way the game played in the beginning of the year with the fire stuff, and it was horrible. The beginning of the year, dude, I just died so much. There was also the dead drop exploit, and also you just had like hundreds of dogs and tons of incendiary grenades everywhere for like the first 3 months, and it just such a horrible experience grinding out camos while that was going on. Again, could there have been improvements? Should there have been more foresight with some of the challenges and the way the builds worked and how many were the requirements and all? They should have realized that they were making the grind pretty bad, like obnoxiously long and not a fun way. And I do think a lot of the camo grinders, people that would have seen value in the grind, was put off by how grindy it was. And by the time they made the changes, it was too late, kind of thing, for a lot of them. Anyway, it's fine, dude. Like I said, in my opinion, one of the best mastery camos, and well worth the grind to earn it. Now, in the beginning, not so much, man. It was rough. It was rough. A lot of people also like made the complaint that you couldn't even unlock the atomic in the first few months. But for me, by the time they had fixed that challenge, I was just completing the camo grind. So like it kind of synced up. They had fixed it, and I had just got my last gun and finished it. I was maybe like then, but I can tell like a lot of the people who are much faster than me at the camo grind, they was just sitting and waiting, doing nothing. You know, like, dude, what's going on? And that's always unfortunate, you know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Atomic unlocked on every Vanguard weapon year 1. Hopefully they don't add any more before Modern Warfare 2 comes out. And if they add more year 2, I don't know, maybe I'll come back to it. We'll see if it's even possible. If you guys enjoyed, check out my old streams if you haven't already. And I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, Lienna, amazing gun, just really fun and beautiful way to end the Master of Masteries grind for Atomic in Vanguard.